Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents A Curse of Blood and Stone by K.A. Tucker. Narrated by Elizabeth Klett. Chapter 1. Romaria. My eyes water from the stench of sewage. If not for the endless adrenaline surging through my veins, I might have already spilled the delectable Secadorian grapes churning in my stomach.
I will go first.
No. Xander seizes Elisaph by the shoulder, stopping his loyal friend from climbing the ladder. Even in the shadows of the underground tunnel, there's no missing the stiffness in his jaw, the resolution in his stare.
If this is a trap set by Mordain, I am the better match for what awaits us.
Because Xander can raise a person to ash where they stand. I've seen it firsthand, as has everyone who witnessed the horrifying spectacle in the arena tonight. I sneak a glance at Gesina. The High Priestess may be bothered by Xander's blatant distrust of her people, but she hides it behind an emotionless mask, offering me a smile when she notices my attention. I can't bring myself to return it. There won't be any comfort found tonight, not as the four of us slink through Ceralia's culvert system, running from a king's army.
Wait for my signal and bring up the rear. Romaria, you will follow directly behind me.
Xander pauses. Under different circumstances, I might have a quip for his demand, an admiring gaze for his handsome face as he awaits my answer. Now, all I have is a solemn nod. He ascends the wooden ladder with lithe steps and disappears into the night. And I hold my breath. Our torch flames cast ominous forms over the jagged stone walls. The foul sludge soaks into the hide of our boots. I wish I could say it's the first time I've crept through a gutter. But years of surviving the streets, and then Korsakoff's criminal world, has exposed me to plenty of predicaments that would draw shudders and nose curls. This smell will trail us long after we've fled. But bodies can be washed, clothes can be replaced. Cleanliness is the least of our worries. Somewhere unseen, water trickles and waves lap faintly. Where does this end? I ask.
At the seawall.
Elisaph's attention is hyper-focused on the exit above.
A grate fortified with mirth closes it off to invaders. Nothing short of direct cannon fire or a powerful caster will break through that.
His fist clutches a gleaming, mirth-forged dagger at his side, its blade primed for plunging into flesh. I want to think that flesh won't be mine, but nothing is guaranteed now that my secret is out. Will there come a point when the nights Xander and I shared, our heads nestled in pillows, our words laced with heady promises, mean nothing? When the fleeing king puts his kingdom and crown before his heart and accepts the ruin a keycaster, one with poison flowing through her veins, could bring to Ailor is far too great? Will I see the resolve in those beautiful hazel eyes when he makes that decision? My chest tightens with the thought of Xander becoming my enemy again. But that needs to be a worry for another day, too. I push out all concerns but the most pressing one. Is there any hope in hell of me escaping death tonight? Each second that passes without any sign of Xander swells my dread. This must all have been so confusing for you. Gesina says, from the moment you woke. I thought I was losing my mind, I admit. Just like my father had. Only now I know the truth about that, too. A whistle calls.
Climb!
Elisaph nudges me forward, urgency in his lyrical Secadorian accent. I don't waste a second, scaling the ladder far less gracefully than Xander, the rungs creaking beneath my weight. I wince against a splinter that slides beneath my skin as I emerge into a pitch-black space.
Let me help you.
Xander's voice is a whisper in my ear. I can't make out anything, yet I know he can see clearly, and I sense his hand waiting inches from mine, palm up.
This is where we part ways, Romaria Watts of New York City.
His resolute words from earlier are a deafening bell toll. Xander wants to leave me. An army led by his treasonous brother is building a pyre for me. Every immortal in Eilor will want me dead for the poison in my veins, and the most powerful spellcasters in Mordain will hunt me down should they discover I'm a keycaster. Xander finally knows that I do not belong in this world, and he is searching for an excuse to abandon me to it. I ignore his offer of help, testing the floor with my toes for clear footing before stepping off the ladder. The tunnel is supposed to lead us to the rookery, but all I sense are walls. I occupy my hands with my cloak, praying for my eyes to adjust. Xander sighs with resignation.
You are angry with me.
For an elven with the ability to read my mood through my pulse, to catch every jump of fear, every stir of desire, every pull of guilt, he finally has it wrong. I'm not angry. I'm hurt. If I allow myself a moment to absorb how much, the ache might swallow me whole. I'm saved from responding as Gesina and her floating globe ascend from the city's bowels with the poise of a shadow, her inky hair hidden within the hood of her cloak. Elisaph is on her heels, nimbly rushing to ground level. Between the caster's magical light and Elisaph's torch, I can finally discern the crowded, low-ceilinged room we've climbed into, cluttered with wooden crates and barrels of various sizes. Another dusty storage space that hides Cyrilia's secret passageways. Gesina flicks her wrist, and a stack of crates slides across the gaping hole in the floor, concealing its existence. Despite our current predicament, my heart skips a beat with excitement, as it does every time I witness real magic in this world.
A skiff awaits us at the dock. The most discreet path is along the sea-wall.
The light of her globe fades until it vanishes. She gestures toward Elisaph's torch, its firelight glinting off the gold collar that encircles her neck. A reminder that she is still shackled by Queen Nylena, even this far from Yabaris.
There is a metal bucket of water by the door. You must leave that behind.
This is my city, High Priestess, and we don't need your guidance on how best to move through it. Xander's voice carries a biting hatred I haven't heard since the days when I was the treacherous princess who murdered his parents. But Xander's wrong. It's Atticus's city now. Xander practically handed his crown to his opportunistic brother when he ignored the aspirations even I could see. Tonight we need all the help we can get, including from this caster. Gesina may be thinking along the same lines, but her expression remains stoic as she dips her head.
Of course, Your Highness.
Xander's stern gaze flickers to Elisaph, who promptly dumps his blazing torch into the bucket. The flame sizzles, throwing the tiny storage room into darkness once again. With Elisaph's guiding hand on my shoulder, we creep out of the shack single file, Xander leading the way, his footfalls silent against the dirt path. A lean-to, cluttered with scrapwood and fishing nets, sits directly ahead. Beyond it and to the right are rows of one-story shanties. They're the homes in the rookery that Xander and I visited on more than one occasion, doling out gold coins to the loitering peasants. No one lingers on the porches now, though, save for a stray cat devouring its kill. Rhythmic waves lap against rock on my left, the only hint of the yawning expanse of sea beyond. A warm, briny breeze grazes my cheek, and it is a welcome shift from the stench of waste. If this were any other situation,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?